O God and God of our matriarchs and patriarchs, we join in solemn reflection. We remember today the souls of our parents and our grandparents, our brothers and sisters, our families and our friends, 6 million innocent lives taken and destroyed simply because they were Jews. We remember those who perished in the gas chambers, those who died of starvation or exhaustion or sickness in the many camps around Nazi Europe. We remember those who died in transit, those who were shot or who were hanged, who were tortured to death, those who were simply burnt or buried alive. We remember those whose bodies were buried in pits or thrown into the water. We remember those whose bodies were burnt to ash, and those for whom there is no marked grave nor resting place. We remember, too, all those who resisted, who fought against impossible odds to weaken the enemy and buy time, that others might survive. For some, we're able to light a candle on their Memorial Day. For others, we may know the date of their transport. For yet others, we have no records, sometimes scarcely even the most scant recollection that ever they lived. We offer our prayers, and we cherish the memory of them all. The 6 million Jewish lives lost is not simply a tragedy for the Jewish people and the Jewish world. It was a crime with perpetrators and with accomplices, and it was a tragic loss for all of humanity. We call on humanity to examine its own soul, to reflect upon the failure of nations to speak out against the evil that was evident in Germany, the failure to bring in refugees, the failure to facilitate emigration and immigration, the failure to destroy the railways or to interrupt the workings of the camps. We, children of the second and third generation, can never forgive nor forget. Rather, we hold the international community to account. On this International Holocaust Remembrance Day, the anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz, we call upon the international community of nations to be mindful that there remain regimes where racism and discrimination go unchallenged. There are regimes who apply the power of the state and a call to ancestral nationalism to rehouse, retrain, resettle, reprogram, and repress their ethnic minorities. The authorities in Burma and China are responsible for the persecution of their Rohingya and their Uyghur populations. But a world that remains silent is complicit as a bystander. Do not turn down the volume on the news. Do not turn aside in shame. Do not watch in horror. Contact your Member of Parliament and urge them to put the genocides of today on the agenda at every interaction with officials of perpetrator regimes, and demand an end to the persecution. How best do we remember the lives that have been lost, if not remembering those that we can still save?